This is nothing but that sports talk. Welcome to another episode of Nothing But That Sports Talk. I'm Rafiq Lewis on alongside former track and field star and now actor Rachael O'Neal. Welcome to the show.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so excited to have you here after having so many Instagram lives that you get to know you and now you're finally here.
Yeah.
Now, why don't we get started with how you got into track and field?
Okay, so when I was a freshman in high school, this is in 2009. So when I was a freshman in high school, I wasn't very good. And my coach was like, why don't you try hurdles? But I'm like, I'm not really that fast, period. So why would I put barriers in front of me? But I'm a very technical person. So I learned how to hurdle. I was very strong in the weight room. And then I just practice. And by junior year, I was the fastest in the state and I won state. So I went from not knowing a lick about the sport to being the best in the state at the sport.
Yeah, when you're doing your track and field, why don't you talk about like the struggles of actually perfecting your craft as far as running around the track?
Yeah, I ran track for 9 years, right? So I ran track for my freshman year of high school through senior year, and I took 5 years to graduate. So I graduated college in 2018. That was my last time I ran. It was hard because it's an individual sport, right? So there's a lot more attention, a lot more pressure. You want to make sure you're doing well, the right things. So yeah, but there wasn't as many struggles as you might think. Yeah, the struggle of staying focused, not worrying about the person next to your lane, things of that nature. But track really showed me the fundamentals of life, staying focused, making sure that like you're waking up on time. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you organization. It teaches you responsibility. So it poured so much into my adulthood because of the sport.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm glad you actually learned those lessons. I'm glad you also learned that anybody can run fast, but not everybody can jump over curls and do all the other stuff that you do when you're on track and you gold medal. But don't get discouraged about that. You just got to keep on working hard. I want to talk about some of the achievements you've had up until your South Florida days.
Sorry, what was the question?
I said, why don't you talk about your achievements you had with running track and field?
Oh, yeah, I'm actually one of my teammates, Caitlin, is about to come in right now, so she can say hi. But I mean, my USF teammates, my Coffeyville teammates, I went to 4 schools in 5 years, but I graduated with my AA degree from Coffeyville Community College and then my BA degree from University of South Florida. And yeah, like those are my lifelong friends. These are like my besties. These are my people. So yeah, we're all extremely close, and running track with them was a great experience. I mean, from going to different meets and Houston and Jacksonville and, Birmingham, Alabama, you're going to different places for free, just because of a sport that you love. So I would say, running track with my teammates was a dream come true, and we're still very much so present in each other's lives right now.
Yeah, and being able to do all the track and field, you also managed to tie that a little bit onto working in the media space. Why don't you talk about like why you got interested in doing media?
I don't know. So I was a news reporter, and I've always sort of known that, I don't know. I've always known I was kind of good in front of the camera, and not even just good in front of the camera. I knew that I was always comfortable talking to strangers. I was always comfortable talking to people. I'm very good at storytelling. I'm very animated. So being a news reporter was sort of something that I've always known I could like be really good at. So I did it for a couple of years. I was a news reporter for the CBS affiliate in Dallas and the ABC affiliate in New Orleans for a total of 3 years. And I was, really thankful I had that opportunity.
Well, while we're on the subject of talking about your news reporting career, why don't you talk about like some of the best and worst moments during your news reporting career?
My best moment was probably getting my first job. You're 23. I aim for the best. I want to be the biggest in anything I do. That's why I still don't think I'm famous now. I still think I have a long, long, long way to go now, and I know that I do because I want the very best. And as a news reporter, I wanted the very best. I wanted to be in a really strong market. I wanted to be competitive and good. So as soon as I graduated college, like 2.5, 3 months after, I got offered my first job, which is really hard back then, being like a Black woman with braids. That just wasn't, it was really hard to get a job in media in front of the camera, especially. So I was probably most proud of like breaking into the news industry as quickly as I did, thanks to my mentors and just so many people helping me pave the way. As far as my worst, um, probably 2020, right? George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, Breonna Taylor. That was around the time where I started second guessing the industry I was in, because when you're a news reporter, sometimes, most of the time, you have to put your professionalism before your your personal beliefs. So as a Black woman, I'm covering these shootings and murders, and you know, I don't even really like the stories I'm telling, but I'm doing it for a check, and I'm doing it because I know that I need to. That's the hot topic of the day. But in actuality, I'm conflicted because I'm a Black woman before a news reporter. So yeah, that was 2020 was really hard for me.
Yeah, I could only imagine. And one of your videos where you mentioned why you left news reporting, you did say something about covering dark topics and having an effect on mental health. Like, you think you can elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, it's just every day you're waking up. We have a saying. I'm sorry, I'm fidgeting. I just worked out, but we have a saying like, if it bleeds, it leads. So in news, it's like we don't want to report on picket fences and perfectness and happy stuff, because that doesn't get ratings. Like, that doesn't get views. So we want the gory, bloody murder, shooting, man barricaded in his apartment. We want those stories because that's what gets numbers. So when you wake up every day gunning for the top story, and the top story is something tragic, yeah, it's going to do something to you after probably a few months, but definitely a few years.
Wow. And I can tell, I mean, there was a wonder why you managed to transition out of that and get
Yeah,
into doing some acting.
exactly. Oh, okay, sorry.
And while we're on the subject of your acting career, like, why don't you talk about what you enjoy about doing these entertainment videos and now working in acting skits, like the one you just recently launched, where you did that When Duty Calls with Dizzy Banks.
Hmm. So what would you? So the question is, what? How is my acting transition?
Yes.
Um, so before I get into the acting transition, it was acting is really falling into my lap right now. I don't really seek things. A lot of opportunities have been coming, which I'm so thankful for. I'm now trying to explore a little bit more. But yeah, like, acting is definitely something that has happened because so it's actually coming up on a year. On August 20th was the day I quit news. So August 20th, 2021 was the day that I was pretty much like reborn. And I quit news, and it was the most liberating, exciting, scary, just outer body experience I've had yet. Just like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I'm the thing that I've been working for years to do, I'm walking away from. But I knew that I had a bigger calling, and I could go into details one day about what it took to get there and what I've been through, but that's not really the point of this. The point is, the transition. So after I quit news, I noticed that I was going viral a lot. Hold on one second. This is my college friend. Hi. I'm doing an interview right now. This is my college friend, Rafiq, Kate, Rafiq. Hey.
Hey, I think I
Yes.
met you on the live.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah. Yep, you did. She got me a smoothie. I'm so sorry about this. Transition. Gotta go back to that. Is it okay if I drink my smoothie while we talk?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, yeah, but thank you, Kate. But as far as my videos and stuff, I was simultaneously going viral while I was a news reporter. So while I'm like doing news reporting things, I'm still doing funny skits, I'm still doing drive-throughs, I'm still being goofy. I was kind of just testing the waters. So when I finally jumped ship and decided, like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm like taking this seriously, since this is my full-time job, I got a really strong response. So because of the strong response I got for my skits, acting opportunities started pouring in.
Wow. And it lets you get into skits for Boozy, and all of a sudden you're doing some more acting movies, and I can't wait to see what you launch. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, Rafiq, is just materializing in front of my eyes. So like, half the time when I'm posting an opportunity that I'm getting, I literally am telling my girlfriends about it like an hour before. Like it's my life is really that quick right now. I tell people all the time I'm in a gray stage. Like I'm not, in my opinion, quite yet famous, but I'm also notable. So it's like I'm still transitioning and rolling with the punches right now. So a lot of the times the opportunities I'm getting are like, hey Rachel, do you want to do this right now? And it's like, okay, yes. Like Boosie FaceTimed me, not even 24 hours and then before he needed me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta, if you really want to get there and get to the top, you really gotta be ready and available. Cause like you gotta take that. You can't just wait for opportunities. You gotta climb and snatch that.
I've been told that a lot when you're trying to go for these opportunities. Like, you don't just wait for opportunities to come to you. You got to create them. And you create opportunities, all those funny skits, including some of the skits you did with that Barmel girl, Barmel Alliance lady. I mean, those are some funny skits. And I was like, nah, I got to get you on the show. And well, you going viral. And I know that amazes you a lot.
It amazes me. You said it amazes me?
Yes.
Um, yeah, I was talking to Caitlin yesterday about like it is cool, I guess. It is really cool to I don't know. I can go into I don't yeah, I'm sorry, I'm tripped up right now. It's cool because it's still kind of crazy to see it happening when you have been gunning your whole life for it to kind of happen. So when you're starting to see your fruits of labor pay off, it's an honor. So just staying level headed and grounded, and that's my biggest challenge, really.
Yeah, and all that happened while living down in ATL for over a year now. And
Mm-mm.
now that you've been in ATL for over a year,
Actually, it hasn't been a year yet. I moved to Atlanta on September 20th. I'm not at a year yet. I
oh,
have
okay.
about a month and a half to go.
Well, during your short time down in ATL, why don't you talk about like how you adjust to life living in the ATL compared to other cities you lived in?
Where are you located, by the way?
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. All right, Rafiq. Pew pew pew. Man, that guy Rafiq. Wait, what was the question? I got so excited about you. Wait, we can't go to the parking garage.
Yeah, I'm asking you like how you adjusted to living in the ATL during your short time here
Mm.
compared to other cities that you lived at.
It was really hard. Atlanta is a great, 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 great city. I want to say that first. But Atlanta has a lot of cap to it. And you get if you trust everything that everyone tells you, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Because a lot of the times Atlanta is one of those cities that you can climb to the top with the right people, but a lot of the times you're not aligned with the people you think that you should need. I'm talking in circles right now. So to be direct, what I'm saying is Atlanta kind of broke my heart at first because I was holding on to a lot of people's words. But then when I started realizing that actions truly speak louder, especially in a city that's, so talented, I started to make better decisions and not hold on so tightly to people's words and just let their actions guide me. And it's been a lot, smoother of a road because there are so many great people in the city. I just had to find them.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much go through the same thing here. I pretty much go through the same here down in New York. I mean, you just have to find the right people to work with,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
especially
Exactly.
those that knows how to get your name right. But yeah, on the other hand, why don't you talk about like how the new supporting skills that you gained helps you with your entertainment career?
That's a great question, Ricky. You don't really see proper, perfect. I don't want to say perfect talking. I don't necessarily think I talk perfect. I do believe I enunciate my words well, though. You don't really see that in comedy. You see a lot of twerking or I don't know. You don't see a lot of that. And so I was unintentionally creating this lane, I guess, that I think I'm probably the only person in. I don't know a lot of people doing it like this. Um, but yeah, the clean cut, neighborhood family kind of feel girl vibe is what I am. So it just naturally sticks. So just kind of like being proper, being myself. Like truly Miley, what I'm most proud of is it's me. Like a lot of times I see people they have to step out of character or jump into another character. But truly, like, what I'm known for is what you see off camera all day. Like, I really am myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad even though you left news reporting alone, that you're still able to use it to balance out other type of media careers, including in working for the Hype News Media magazine, where you covered that
Yeah,
show.
I did. Okay. Yeah. I did the I did a collaboration with Hype Magazine a couple months ago, just covering an event for Brad and Judy. I'm cool with Judy, BB Judy, and so it was a really cool partnership. Just being able to cover the season 2 premiere of Brat Loves Judy on behalf of Hype Magazine. I was really excited for the opportunity, and yeah, like it was that was something that was my first time really being on the red carpet. I don't really know that I would want to be on the red carpet moving forward. I feel like I would want to be more of the celebrity being interviewed. I don't know that I want to be the correspondent interviewing, just because of, like, where I want to be is on the other side of the mic. But no matter what ends up happening, I'm open to all opportunities. So no matter what happens, I'm just thankful that I can be in the room, regardless of the side of the mic.
Yeah, and I could only imagine, and I'm truly grateful to be speaking to one of the most talented people I know, because you're very talented, Rachael.
You're so sweet. You're one of my favorites. You're like literally some of my friends' favorites. We ask for you to be on lives all the time. But anyway, keep going.
But while we're on the subject, even like all the talent that you gained, do the campus medias, the college internships, the rising media stars who he was working with we was understudy to China Robinson that we see on that's literally right in front of my TV screen the other day when the Phoenix Mercury got smoked by the Connecticut Sun. But that's another topic that's a subject for another episode. And now you get to use the talent that you have to teach the younger generation with the Running for Care Foundation. Why don't you talk a little bit about how that nonprofit started?
Yeah, my nonprofit was it was started based out of love for the youth. I love children so much. And I feel like between ages like 10, 11 to 17, that's like a really high risk age. And it's how to shoot, write, edit. And so while that didn't necessarily pan out, I'm actually talking to a really big nonprofit organization that wants to team up with me. And so I guess what I'm saying is Running with Care Foundation is designed to teach students photojournalism. And although that did not materialize this time around, meaning this year, I'm confident that in the very near future that will happen.
And why don't you talk about like some of the positive experiences? I mean, I know you probably just said this, but like, what are some of the struggles with learn how to teach the younger generation how to film an episode, how to film an episode of a TV show, or how to do filming in general, or how to edit?
Wait, so what's your question? It's okay. What's your question?
So why don't you talk about like the struggles of having to teach the younger generation many different media skills?
So the thing is, that's what I was trying to say. I haven't got an opportunity to do it yet because what I was trying to do, I did not have the resources or the funding to do. Does that make sense? So yeah, like I do other things on behalf of my nonprofit, right? So I surprise kids with bikes. What else have I done? I've given groceries. I'm actually next week or in a week and a half, I'm surprising some single moms in the Atlanta area with groceries. So like I just do things that, like I do nice things around the community every few months on behalf of the nonprofit. But the true like mission of the nonprofit, teaching students how to shoot, write, edit, I have not got an opportunity to execute that yet, but I will be doing that soon.
And I look forward to seeing that happen. Well, since this is a sports show and you being a former athlete, why don't you talk about some of the many different sporting events that you attended since you moved to Atlanta?
I haven't attended any, Ricky. I haven't attended any.
I mean, basketball games or football game.
Huh?
Basketball games, football games. That's what I was referring to.
I haven't attended any. I need to Okay, like I really didn't even so real stuff. Try not to cuss on here. I just I was really depressed when I moved to Atlanta at first. So I didn't really want to go out. Like it took me a really long time to get into my footing here. So I didn't really want to do a lot. I would probably say in May. Like this summer I've just started to get a grip on the city and like get a grip into like what I'm doing and like I'm better. I'm so much better. I'm so much happier now. I'm just starting to get to that stride. So I wasn't mentally trying to do games and outings and whatever. I'm trying to go viral. I'm trying to get famous. I'm trying to be known, get my followers up, get my face card. Like I'm trying to do all this stuff. It's not working out. I'm super sad. Like, what the hell am I even doing? I just quit my news reporting job. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have you don't really have like the mindset when you're really trying to get it and make it. You don't have the mindset like I'm trying to see this game. Like, nah, I'm trying to go live. I mean, viral, whatever. So now that I'm in a better space and I feel like I have some wiggle room to really like, you know, do better. Um, I I do want to go to games and stuff. It's just when I finally got to a space to actually want to go to games, sports are just not happening right now. So trust me, like I mean, there's baseball, but I'm not like truly a fan of the game. So I mean, if that was a date or something, I would do it. But yeah, I haven't quite went to anything yet. But I'm ready though. I'm ready. I'm ready to go to some games for sure.
Yeah, well, there's the Atlanta Dream going on, and well, obviously you say you're not a baseball fan. I would recommend going to checking out a Braves game, and of course you have the Atlanta Falcons coming up with some NFL games. I don't know. I mean, you into football?
I love football. My favorite is college football.
Oh, college. I see. I mean, college do have some of the best sports teams. I mean, come on, Alabama, UCF,
LSU,
LSU.
LSU. When Joe Burrow was there, I was a news reporter. Okay, so check this out, Rafiq. I was a news reporter in New Orleans during the LSU run of that undefeated 2020 season. And I covered it. And when I tell you magical. Joe Burrow is the most like untouched, unmoved person. Like he was just so locked in, so confident. He's like, we're not losing, period. Like we're not just oh my gosh, it was magical.
Yeah, I mean, the one game I could remember from that season is obviously when they finally defeated Alabama on the road. Well, they Brian Teddy. Okay,
When they
calm
when
down.
they did that, ew, Rafiq, you're making me excited. When they did that, it was like the whole city of New Orleans was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Like, I can't believe that just happened. So, yeah, it was cool.
In the words of Marcus Spears, I'm glad you managed to cover that because you guys you got some good exposure down there, girl. I mean, seriously.
That's what I'm thankful for. But
Was
I'm
this
thankful
was
that,
this during the time when you was one part of Rising Videos or that TV station in New Orleans?
um, both. I was a part of both at that point. When I get into rooms, I try to make the most out of it. I tell my publicist, I tell her all the time, like, yeah, all you got to do is just get me in the room and I'll do the rest because naturally I'm going to gravitate to where I need to be to make the most out of the experience. So, like, if you put me on a story to cover LSU, I'm not going to stay on the outskirts outside of the gate. I'm going to find a security guard who thinks I'm cute to give me a pass to go inside to network to say hello. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah.
I'm glad that you managed to experience that because LAU is a very phenomenal college football program and a phenomenal basketball program too, especially during the days of Shaquille O'Neal. You interviewed him. But anyway, but on the other hand,
Shaq and I are actually really close friends.
can
So,
you
yeah.
dig it?
Exactly.
Have you ever covered any sporting events ever since? Or is that the only one?
I covered any sporting events since. Not really. When Kobe passed, which I don't even really like talking about, that was really hard. I covered some stories with that. I've covered some smaller, games, Tulane football, because New Orleans, Tulane is their football team there. So I covered that, but I realized very early on, which I'm extremely thankful for, sports reporting was just not what I wanted to do. I thought that's what I wanted to do, but It wasn't what I wanted to do in the end, because I was able to do the coolest things, right? I'm interviewing Shaq, I'm interviewing Tim Tebow, like I'm meeting Usher, I'm going to all these things, and watch out. Sorry, that was important. Anyway, and I still didn't want to like pursue it. If I'm already talking to some of the legends and I'm already in these rooms and I'm still unimpressed with this side of media, I shouldn't be doing it. So I'm very thankful that I found a part and a place in media that I could do.
Yeah, and I'm thankful for that too. Well, what advice you have for anybody that's trying to get like an internship, that's for any younger college student that's trying to get like the right internship to get to the type of media space that they want to be in right now?
What you just said, intern. The only way to really make the most out of your experience, yeah, college is great, getting a degree is great, that's all awesome, but internships, getting a face card, and when I say face card, I don't mean popularity or followers, I mean getting an industry to understand what you offer, like getting people to understand what you do, who you are. That's what people need to do. They're so worried about followers and going, I didn't start getting followers and going viral and all that great stuff years into this, like years into this. And I get it. It's a different day and age than even it was last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, for sure. But people have to understand that it's one thing to be, known on social media. It's another thing to be known in real life. And when you have both, that's when you're dangerous. So you need to get that, that experience under your belt in real life. And I think that's what sets me apart.
Wow. And now end this episode, Nothing But That Sports Talk. Thank you for stopping by, Rachael O'Neal. I'm glad I got a chance to talk with you, and I'm going to be doing some more Instagram lives with you, I promise.
All right. Thank you so much, Rafiq. I hope it was a great interview. Have a good one.
You too.